Yolan Chun, welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy and welcome to another episode of our little A to Z officer series. And as you've seen this week, we are already at the letter V, so it will not be that long anymore. But today we have to talk about another uncommon officer, and that's Vixis. And with her, as well as usual, we talk about the basics first. She is class science, which means you need science badges to upgrade her. She's from the group Glory and the Kill, which means if she's captain, she can get synergy from others of that group if they are on the bridge with her, or she can give synergy to another captain of that group if she's on the bridge. And she's from the faction Klingon Empire, and that means you need Klingon faction credits to upgrade her. And she's not that famous, so to speak, so for every officer there's a text in this info box, and hers is quite short, and you can see that she is linked to Kla, one of my old favorite impulse speed officers. And her hairstyle somewhat reminds me a bit of Valkyris from Search for Spock. If I remember correctly, that's why Vixis, Valkyris, you get it. Her captain maneuver is fake communiques. At the beginning of each round, Vixis has a 6% chance of delaying the opponent's weapon fire by one round. And as early as you have her in the game, that can be quite a helpful thing to have on a ship. So when you have her very, very early after starting playing this game, you might want to consider indeed using her before you get the Enterprise crew and PMC and so on. There are a lot of nice options that can get you a little bit further in your daily grind. And she helps you survive a bit as well, even more with the officer ability that's energy absorption. Vixis decreases the energy weapon damage of opponent players by 30%. I mentioned this often in videos about officers, that a lot of officers increase something on your ship, and I really like those officers that decrease something on the opponent's ship, especially here with Valkyris. On the early stages of the game when you might use her, this is very helpful if you are hunting Federation targets, for example. They often have energy weapons, and if you can reduce their power by 30%, that will definitely help you in your grind. So it's not always about the main mega crews. Of course, they are there, and once you have them, they are great, and you can work them for ages, and PMC is the best example for this. But before that, there's a lot of options for you to choose from, and Vixis, even if she's one I haven't used in ages, at that stage is a very good one. I haven't used in ages on this server. You know that I have another Ops 12 account in case for videos that there is something coming up again with this Academy stuff and so on. And there I did use her recently, but on this one. But when you are on those levels, those early levels, you might have a look at her. Later on, it helps that she does have one trait for away team assignments, and that's Warrior. That's something you regularly need. That's why I maxed her there, and I'm regularly sending her out. If I have a lot of it, it's always a kind of a game of fortune or something, what away team assignments you get, and sometimes you get the same one several times and need a lot of warriors, and that's when I'm using her as well. And it's easy to get her. If we go to the recruit section, she already is in the standard recruit section, and there you can recruit very, very early in the game. Even if you don't have the tokens, you can recruit officers here. If you haven't seen my video on this, have a look in the general help playlist. But you get those tokens daily if you do your dailies, and so you will be able to recruit here very early, and there are not that many officers in here, and so you will have Vixis usually very, very early in the game. And she's also in the premium recruit section. You get tokens for this from missions and so on, also quite early in the game, and so you will be able to get her there. She is next to Kla, and in this case, I think that you will have her early. She's also in one recruit section I'm not usually using, and that's the Klingon Elite recruit. I don't buy those tokens in the faction store, because in the faction store I use my credits for blueprints. That's why I did so well with ship blueprints before I reached certain levels. But you might consider that. So that's why I always include that in the officer videos as well, that there's a chance to get them here if you decide to use that. I'm not using that. And very soon we will have usually another Crucible of War event. Then, depending on your level, there will be 1 or 2 recruitment sections in here for the Crucible of War event, and there you have another chance of getting shards for Vixis. So it was a quick video. Once again, it's the same with some of these officers, but it's still important to know about all of them and at what stages they might be really helpful, like Vixis even. And that's why I really would like to know from you. If you are in the early stages, already have her and are using her, let us know how satisfied you are, how you crew her. Or if you are an experienced player watching, let our newer friends playing this game know how you used her in the past and how you are using her nowadays, either in the comments below the video or on Discord. Once again, everybody is welcome on Discord to chat there with us. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.